Welcome to MDS Conquer Online Finish Line course. For MDS first year students, paper 1 regarding orthodontic subject, I myself, Dr. Satya Ushasri, team MDS Conquer, discussing about altered orofacial functions. Question can be asked as altered orofacial functions effect on development of face and occlusion. So, we have to write this answer from OP Karbanda textbook. Okay. Chapter 7 includes this concept of altered orofacial functions. Here, orofacial neuromuscular component in the newborn primary function is to fulfillment of basic needs of feeding, maintenance of the airway, and gratification of emotional needs. That means functions like swallowing, maintenance of the airway, that is respiration, and later the mastication will affect the formation of your face and occlusion. So, this alteration in the normal function of respiration, swallowing will lead to habit formation. So, altered orofacial functions means we have to discuss about the habits influencing the formation of face and occlusion. So, you have to give the Dockrell orthodontic equation and Klein classification of the habits which are affecting the face and occlusion. Broad classification includes intrinsic and extrinsic and functional pressure habits. Intrinsic pressures, that is within the mouth. What are the habits which are influencing the swallowing? That is retained infantile swallowing may be present, or thumb sucking and tongue thrusting. All these are involved with the tongue, which is mainly causing the swallowing function. And later the respiration, mouth breathing, that is the position of the mandible is responsible for a proper airway maintenance. So all these habits are affecting the functions carried out in an infant, leading to the changes in the development of the face and occlusion. And the tongue biting, lip biting, cheek biting, all these are secondary habits which are developed. So you have to include the trident of the factors which are influencing the habit formation, that is duration, frequency and intensity. So coming to individual habits, if the infantile swallow habit, you have to explain regarding the features and how the transition takes place from infantile swallow method to a mature swallow method, and how the speech is affected because of the infantile swallowing, retained infantile swallow method. And later comes the sucking habit. Because of the changes in the position of the tongue, the sucking habits will be produced. The sucking habits may include nutritive and non-nutritive. We are discussing about only the non-nutritive sucking habits like thumb sucking, finger sucking, or all the four finger sucking. So this is the flowchart describing the pathophysiology of thumb sucking habit and tongue thrusting swallowing method leading to class 2 division 1 malocclusion. You have to include this flowchart if it is an essay question. And the clinical features of every habit like thumb sucking habit, tongue thrusting and mouth breathing, you have to include. Just as an example, I am showing the thumb sucking habit clinical manifestations. Next comes your mouth breathing habit, which is disturbing the respiratory function, so thereby changing the face and occlusion because of the change in the mandibular posture for the maintenance of the airway. So these are the two flowcharts you have to include in the mouth breathing habit. So regarding the habit explanation, you have to write about the etiology, clinical features and diagnosis. Treatment parts, if this is the question is given as an essay question, it is better to include. If it is a 7 marks question, better to stop at the diagnosis in order to save the time. Thank you.